Hello and welcome to this review of Johnnie Walker Red Label. I did a duo review with my friend David, co-reviewer. I have other co-reviewers, but he's the main one. We really liked it, and I figured I wanted to do a solo because sometimes I can think a little better when I do a solo. Just because when I do duo reviews or with more than two people, I'm thinking, let me make sure they got enough time to talk, and oh, I said the wrong thing, I shouldn't have said that, and I can't fully concentrate on the review. Anyway, this has been on the market as Johnnie Walker Red Label since 1909. It was originally Old Highland whiskey Red Label. Their company started in 1820, but they really didn't start producing their own Scotch whiskey till decades later. But anyway, their roots go back to 1820, Scotland. Still made in Scotland by John Walker and Sons, Kilmarnock, Scotland. Guaranteed same quality throughout the world. This is a 750 milliliter bottle. I had a coupon mail-in rebate, so it ended up costing me $18 with the refund. Tells you here, it's kind of a backhand age statement. It says aged a minimum of 3 years. Well, so we would assume not much longer than that. Otherwise, they tell us. It's got that 20-degree angle label, glued on ribbon, adhesive plastic here, whatever, metal cap, steel cap, I guess. Anyway, aluminum, I guess, yeah. All right, the beer bottle caps are steel. I watched all the video reviews in English that I could find. There were many foreign language reviews. They seemed to like it, but I couldn't really understand what they were saying. Let's see. There's so many varieties of Johnnie Walker. I'd probably never get to all of them. Almost as surely I wouldn't. But I would like to try to go through at least their mainline offerings. And they say it's a blend of like, what did they say? Oh, can't remember. I think 30 whiskeys. I believe that's what they said, 30 different whiskeys. I know J&B is 42. Crown Royal Canadian Blended Whiskey is 50. Seagram's VO is 20. They claim on LCBO website, and I think they got their sell sheet from the VO people. So. But a lot of these are complex. This is probably mostly grain whiskeys, and the flavor and the aromas are going to come from the single malts. It's designed, and they say that on the Johnnie Walker website, it's designed as a mixing whiskey, not really what I'm doing neat. But it is good to do them neat, just to get an understanding of them. Then you move up the ladder, get the more deep speculative whiskeys. So it's gold with that caramel coloring. There's a lot of smoke in the nose, not overwhelming smoke. There is a good amount of smoke. Peat smoke. Almost like a smoked pork loin. Sweet. There's earth, soil, like compost. Wood. What about wood? Not really. Some bread dough, which you would get from single malt whiskeys. So some peat, some smoke. The bread dough, just grain, alcohol. But all of this is mild. It's mild. It doesn't come across harsh. Nice alcohol legs. So, I'll go with the taste now. I don't make mixed drinks, okay? I'm not opposed to it. If people want to drink cocktails, that's fine. If I see somebody drinking a highball, I'm not going to say, don't do that, that's wrong. Doesn't make any difference to me. I just rather drink the whiskey straight, drink it neat, and see what it tastes like. This has a very complex flavor. Don't sell it short. Don't write it off. They're saying it's a mixer, but it's. I think of so many American bourbons, American blended whiskeys, Canadian blended whiskeys that aren't made to be mixers necessarily, really, and don't have the complexity and just the quality of this. Won't start naming them, but use your imagination. You probably get it right. A lot of smoke. Peat, grain, lots of doughy malts. There's even almost some anchovy, like some canned fish of some sort. Kippers, maybe. I think that's what I'm thinking of. You say, that doesn't sound right. I know, but that's what came. And I always say this off air, and even sometimes on air, I say this. Whatever comes in your head, say it. Because you're probably on the right track some kind of way. It's almost like a tunnel of smoke. It's not heavy or profound, really, but it's there. Kind of reminds me of the 100 Pipers, which is probably not as smoky as this, but it has kind of like that same application where it's a tunnel. Another thing I'm really picking up here is like embers. Like, you know, when you have a fire and you see the logs is like white, and then you see the orange glow underneath, and you can kind of stoke the fire and it'll light back up. You smell that charred embers. This has that, definitely. It's almost like you could imagine the crackling of the fire while you're sipping and drinking this. Up till now, and probably still, the best blended scotch I had was the Buchanan's 12-year. I think this can rival it. Now, there's the Black Label, Johnnie Walker, that's 12 years, so I think that could surpass it. I've had some disappointments, real disappointments, paying the same. Well, I paid, like I said, $22 minus the $4 here, $18. But I've had $35 blended scotches that cannot even come close to approaching this. So bland, so dull, like the Chivas Regal, but let's not talk about that. But then the Buchanan's does, but then it ought to surpass it. It's $13 more a bottle. But this is great. I think of all these very inexpensive Scotch whiskeys I have. They're so laughable compared to this. You drink them on their own merits, and then you can find good qualities with them. And I don't want to paint those with a broad brush, because some of them do have very intricate qualities on their own that are not like this, but they're quality attributes. You know, they justify you buying it, like the Clan McGregor, the 100 Pipers. And then there's others, most of the others I have, it's a tragic, it's laughable, it's a comedy, it's sad, really. But then you say it's not sad. You only paid $7 a bottle. That's true. This is $22. So for a premium price point, let's put this in perspective. For a premium price point Scotch whiskey, this may be the great one. Premium price point would be what, about $22 to $42. This is the great one so far in my tasting. I have a long way to go. So, Les Bon Ton Relais, a solid A 96 out of 100. You say 4% off. Yeah, but can you imagine what the others are going to be? What an adventure that's going to be. So highly, without reservation, recommend this. I just have to recommend it. And I may buy a bigger bottle, the big one, just to march through these taste challenges. So thanks for watching this video production. Let me know what you think about the Johnnie Walker Red Label.